It is 11 p.m. The deadline is tomorrow morning. You know perfectly well what happens if you delay this, and yet you're suddenly deeply invested in organizing the pens on your desk. While you scroll or clean or reorganize, a familiar thought loops in your head. Why am I like this? Most people view this behavior as a character flaw, a lack of ambition, or simple laziness. So we attack ourselves. We try to force discipline through sheer willpower and heavy doses of shame. But shame fails to create action. It adds a heavier mental weight to the project, making avoidance more likely. Procrastination functions as a highly evolved mechanism for emotional self-defense. Your brain bypasses the work to avoid the underlying fear, pressure, and discomfort that the task creates. When we treat this as a discipline problem, we are fighting the wrong enemy. Using a stopwatch to fix a broken emotional shield ensures the cycle will repeat. Think of what happens when you touch a hot stove. You pull your hand back instantly. Your mind does the same thing with stressful work. The moment you look at a difficult task, your brain sounds an alarm. It anticipates negative emotion and seeks an immediate exit for relief. Often, this escape protects the fear that we aren't good enough. This is why highly capable people are frequently the most frequent procrastinators. The more potential you believe you have, the more terrifying it becomes to test it against reality. Giving 100% to a project and failing results in deep psychological pain. Failing because you didn't really try allows the ego to survive untouched. Delay becomes an armor for your identity. Confronting looming expectations feels like standing before a mountain. The pressure is so heavy we instinctively step backward into the dark. We subconsciously choose to sabotage our actual long-term future just to protect a fragile sense of pride in the present moment. To execute that escape, the brain needs immediate gratification. The modern world is designed to provide this on demand. Dopamine is always one click away. A social media feed offers effortless pleasure right now. A hard goal offers a potential reward weeks or months from now. Without specific training, human attention defaults to the most immediate reward. This temporary comfort is a trap. The relief of distraction lasts minutes, but the heavy guilt lasts hours. That guilt attaches to the original task. Now the work carries two weights, the project's difficulty plus your self-hatred for delaying it. By making the task twice as terrifying, your brain triggers the fire alarm even faster the next time you sit down to work. The trap is now a closed loop. Your nervous system has successfully automated the habit of emotional escape, turning delay into a reflex. Breaking this circuit requires abandoning the idea of feeling ready. Waiting for inspiration is a trap. Action must begin while you are still anxious and unsure. The first step is stripping the vague power away from your avoidance. Ask yourself what exact feeling you are running from. Boredom? Perfectionism? A fear of judgment? Named monsters shrink. Next, drop the weight of yesterday. People often procrastinate today because they are still punishing themselves for delaying last week. Treat this current minute as a clean desk. Bypass your brain's threat detection system by shrinking the task to a microscopic size. Your brain fears mountains, it ignores pebbles. Commit only to opening the document. Remove the pressure of a perfect start and begin messily. Physical motion breaks mental paralysis, regardless of the quality of the work. That initial friction identifies the doorway to progress. Meaningful work always begins with resistance. The discomfort is simply the first stage of growth. When you finally push through that heavy mist of discomfort, you cross from total paralysis into decisive action. Mastering the ability to move while uncomfortable is the ultimate superpower. Every time you act instead of escaping, you prove to your brain that discomfort is harmless and that action is the only true release.